Hey friends, Chelsea Erickson here, your real estate professional for Forest Lake and the surrounding areas. And today it's very cold outside, so we're going to hang out inside and talk about the difference between a home appraisal and a home inspection. So the main difference between an appraisal and an inspection is that an appraisal deals with really the value of a home, while the inspection deals with the condition of the home. First of all, the appraisal is a general assessment of a home, it's analyzed with the help of nearby comparable sales. The goal of an appraisal report is to determine the fair market value of the property. The professional completing the appraisal report is known as the appraiser and is required to be licensed. The appraiser is making the report for the benefit of the bank or the home loan lender. The appraiser will visit a home in person, yet the majority of their reporting is done back at their office, where they're comparing the home's features, location, and finishes with other home sales in the area. The appraisal report completed by the appraiser will cost the buyer around $450 in advance, and that depends on the type of financing and the complexity of the report. In contrast, the home inspection is a deeper dive into the condition of the home, where a home inspector will spend multiple hours reviewing the home's condition visually and by running tests on the major systems. After completing the inspection, they will provide recommendations to the buyer on items in the home that might be hazardous, or should be replaced or repaired at any time in the near future, maybe even before closing. A home inspection will cost the buyer anywhere from $300 to $500 in advance, and that will depend on the size of the home. In Minnesota, home inspectors are not required to be licensed. So 4 ways that they are similar, despite having 2 different processes and requiring the services of 2 different professionals. The appraisals and the inspections do share some similarities. First of all, a fee is charged by both of them in advance of buying the home, and they're impartial third-party professionals. Secondly, the buyers pay for both the inspection and the appraisal. Usually the buyer selects the home inspector and the lender orders the appraisal. The buyer pays for both the inspector and the appraisal unless otherwise negotiated. Third, the appraisal and inspection both occur once an agreement has been made. The home inspection usually happens within the first week after your offer is expected, and the sooner the better. So if there's anything that needs to be fixed, it can be done before the appraiser comes through to do their report. And then within 2 weeks after that is when the appraisal will come in and do their review of the home and start creating their report. Lastly, fourth, the appraisal and the inspection, depending on how it's structured in the offer, there could be contingencies inside the offer that will allow, based on the results of those reports, will allow buyer and seller to renegotiate the terms of the purchase agreement. Like if the appraisal comes in low, oftentimes the buyer and seller will then renegotiate the terms of the agreement. If there's some safety hazards in the home inspection report, the buyer may request that the seller take care of those, and maybe it's a change in price or a credit back to the buyer. These are all items that are done in advance, and if there are contingencies involved, then the buyer does not risk losing their earnest money. So the difference between a home appraisal and a home inspection. A lot of ways that they're similar, but in a lot of ways that they're different. And I hope you find this information useful. If so, leave a comment below. Thank you.